Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, May 29th, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. I could break this one down. I'd actually like to eliminate this descending channel top because really what I want to show is this band between 352.31 and 446.94. I'd mentioned how following the testing, well, I can go back even further. It was about 3 or 4 months ago we closed below this inside band. I then anticipated within 2 or 3 months the outside longer-term channel bottom at 352.31. We tested that, and following that I'd mentioned how the inside band would be considered a 2 to 3 month target, and we're about 2.5 months into that right now. We've been testing it twice now, essentially, the last few weeks. 446.94 is just below a descending channel top on the same exact chart this week at 451.12. If we close today, Friday, above 451.12, I do see a 542.37 as our next longer-term objective. That could be within 2 or 3 months. That is a long-term 6-year channel top that is not properly shown here. We'd have to zoom out to show you 6 years of data. 2 to 3 weeks, 3 to 5 weeks, I would expect 498.83. That's December 25 all-time high. And yes, by the end of the third quarter, 542.37. Now, 451.12, you should probably add a 1% violation threshold to this. That would take you to 455 and change, right? I actually think 454.30 is probably your level to watch. That is the pullback high that was placed 3 weeks ago. If we close above 451.12 and that high today, that is Friday, May 29th, we enter the buy signal that I just articulated. 498.83, then a 3 to 5 week target, 542.37 within 3 to 5 months or less, where we could top out through the rest of the year. But we are not there yet. And in fact, where we are is exiting long positions that may have been established. Well, I could go back several months ago to 352.31. Taking profits here is the way to go into the 447.60 to 451.12 area. 447.60 is nothing more than the same formation we find on the weekly chart at 451.12, on the daily chart 47.60. It is a range, and from here we can fall into the 380s by the end of June, into the 350s by the end of July or August over the next 2 to 3 months. In fact, the downside would look something like this. In fact, this is a good chart to start with. I'd already mentioned how 447.60 up to 451.12 is your area to take profits on a long position that may have been established several months ago or several weeks ago or several days ago. Either way, it is an area to exit long positions and consider playing the short side within several days back to 430.57. By the end of next week, back to 418.12. By the end of June, perhaps to 381.61.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Start your 2-week free trial and trade with clarity from day one.
And as we continue into July, August, 352.31 in reach. I've already sort of articulated that. Now, downside, 430.57. I don't know if we'll see it today, but it can contain intraday, possibly daily lows. If we break 430.57, well, let's just go with closing below 430.57, sets up 418.02 on Monday. This rising channel bottom that we spiked below a couple of weeks ago, never closed below, can continue to contain weekly selling pressures. Now, as we continue climbing through time, I will reduce 418.02 to a session containment level just because this wedge gets so narrowed. And by far the more significant is 447.60 as a strong ceiling rather than 418.02 as a strong floor. closing below 418.02 over the next week or two does indicate a good June high. And under that scenario, I would expect bearish continuation into the 380s. 381.61 is a longer-term 5/8 Fibonacci over the last several months. 387.56 is a newly formed descending channel bottom. It is the 380s I would expect within 2 to 3 weeks of closing below 418.02. The 380s, well equipped. We don't even have it properly noted here, but it really is a range that would be able to contain at least weekly, if not monthly, selling pressures, especially as these two areas converge. And I think that covers the downside pretty well. In terms of the day itself, it is ping pong really between 447.60 resistance and 430.57 support. Closing below 430.57, expect 418.02 Monday, Tuesday of next week, where we could bottom out through the rest of the week and round up again into the 440s. Closing below 418.02, not going to happen today. Good June high. The 380s likely within 2 to 3 weeks. You do not want to be long with a settlement below 418.02. You can bottom pick this 1 to 2 week swing traders, but if we close below it, you want to reverse, play the short side into the 380s. Once again, closing today above 451.12, and I would like to add 454.30 to the mix. That is that high from a few weeks ago. Does set up a bullish continuation by the end of June to 498.83, and by the end of the third quarter into the low 540s. I think that pretty much covers it. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. If you take advantage of our 2-week free trial, you'll also get 50% off your first month subscription. You'll be able to see the stock pick we put out this week on Super Microcomputer. You'll be able to see daily NVIDIA, daily SPY, daily Triple Q, weekly Apple, S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, etc., etc. I am going to leave it at that for Friday's Daily Tesla Report, and you have a great weekend.